1, 2, 3 women. They were friends, just out of college, unmarried. Around the same time, they each unexpectedly became pregnant. 1, 2, 3 unborn babies. What happened? 2 of the 3 friends ended up breaking their hearts by ending their babies' lives. But the 3rd friend, although she was terrified, she understood the value of the human person and rejoiced over the life inside of her. And I'm grateful to that one woman who gave the gift of life to her baby, for she is my mother, and I am the child she chose life for. But what about those other 2 babies? What about their mothers? And what about the 58 million babies who've been robbed of their right to live since the unconstitutional decision of 9 unelected Supreme Court justices, and the mothers of those babies who will never get to give or receive the love and joy of the child they've aborted? They are why we must awaken and revive our people and ourselves. We cannot bring back those lives that have been lost, but we can and we must prevent the unborn from suffering the massacre that is commonly called healthcare. When we awaken and revive our people, those babies will be given the opportunity to live, and the pro-life movement will have succeeded. Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl, he said, "Every human being's deepest need in life is meaning, a purpose, a cause, a reason to live and work and fight and suffer and die. And we who are pro-life, the unborn, are our reason." Awakening America means awakening in people a respect for life and an understanding of the value and dignity of all life, from the moment of conception until natural death. Our culture has lost that love and respect for life, and they've replaced it with indifference. America now sees elderly people as burdensome, unborn children as unwanted, disabled people as problems. But the real problem is that our culture is trying to keep us asleep and dull and indifferent and to lack love. What is this direction that America is going in? I looked up the definition of love in the Oxford Dictionary, and it reads, "an intense feeling of deep affection." No, Oxford's wrong this time. Love is an ultimate act of sacrifice. Love is giving of oneself. A mother giving birth to her child. My mother giving birth to me. This is love. Mother Teresa said that any country that accepts abortion is not teaching its people to love, but to use violence to get what they want. Violence and death are glorified in our culture. Violence and death are not only glorified through video games and zombie-resembling supermodels, but also the death of babies in their mothers' wombs are glorified by words and phrases like pro-woman, pro-choice, a woman's body, women's rights, and so on. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it. So said Martin Luther King Jr. Our country has certainly embraced evil and violence over love in legislating the death of the innocents, and you and I have an obligation to rescue and to revive a violent, dying America. It is time to go against the stream and to change the tide. We have to love our brothers and sisters in this world, and loving them means opening their eyes. My great-grandmother is pro-choice, and my mom said to me the other day, "What's going to happen at the pearly gates?" God will ask my grandmother, why did she accept the lie? But he'll also ask me, why didn't you open her eyes? What held you back from speaking up for my children? It's time for us to speak up. This is 2016, which means that we'll be electing a president that will either perpetrate the lie or restore America. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are the candidates for the Democratic presidential nominee, and both of them are an inconceivable danger to the unborn. Clinton, as a senator, has voted against a ban on partial birth abortion, has worked with the United Nations and foreign governments to promote abortion worldwide, and actually wants to fund abortions worldwide with American tax dollars. She personally funds abortions all over the world with her own money, and this is simply a taste of what she's done to promote the death of innocent children. Bernie Sanders has a similar voting track record. Planned Parenthood, which has been caught on video illegally selling the bodies of aborted babies, but has not yet been convicted of this horrendous crime, has now for the first time in history endorsed a primary presidential candidate, and they've endorsed Hillary Clinton because of her avid support of the abortion industry. America will face continued and multiplied violence if we do not wake up and elect a pro-life president. It is a tragedy that so many people in our great nation are so clueless and indifferent that they may again elect a president who promotes the death of its most innocent and defenseless people. And those of us who have an understanding of the danger Clinton and Sanders and Planned Parenthood possess have a moral obligation to defend the unborn and defend their mothers. We who want to end the cycle of death, we must start by telling the truth. We become brave and we instruct those who are ignorant about abortion, and we inspire them to open the eyes of others, so that through prayer and learning and speaking the truth, we will be able to reach one person at a time, so that they too can live the truth. One step at a time, one person at a time, the truth will set us free from abortion. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis." Abortion is that national crisis. It is time for us to speak up, to revive America with the truth that will pierce the darkness. Jesus Christ wants to perform miracles in us and through us. He once said, "All things are possible to him who believes." It is possible to restore America. It is possible to save the lives of millions of children. It is possible to protect the mothers of those children. One woman chose life for one girl. One girl is standing here, hoping to inspire and awaken one more person. Thank you.